if for some odd reason you ever feel like you're in doubt and you're at a lower point in your life, but you're trying to do all these manifestation things and tricking your brain and all of that, the first thing that you need to do is get yourself out of that. It's difficult. I'm going to tell you an example through the story that I've gone through. There was a moment in my life where I think for a consistent almost a month, I would cry all the time, and I was in deep depression. And this is being vulnerable online because nobody really knows about this, but there was a time in my life where I felt really low and down, and I didn't know why. Maybe I was going through a purge of transitioning from going from a vibration energetically shifting, I don't know, or spiritual awakening. I'm very into this woo-woo stuff. I don't know, but there was a moment in time where I was very low, and I remember there's this one time I was driving and the sun was out, and I was like, why isn't anything working? I'm feeling the emotional highs. I'm listening to music that boosts my vibration. Why was nothing going in my favor? And you have to remember that things happen for a reason. And I always think back to when you try to leave your home theory and you get, for some reason, you forget your keys, or you forget to check the stove if the stove was off, or the lights are off, or all of that. And it's to prevent you from getting into a car accident that is supposed to happen had you had left on time. That I always think back to that theory. But every time I feel lost or I feel a little bit of reassurance, I am Catholic, so I mix Catholic and Catholicism with this manifestation stuff and vibration and frequency. So I always, whenever I feel low, I ask my guides and my spirit guides and God, Jesus, my angels, whoever's watching over me and the creator of this whole thing, I ask them to send me clear messages that are unmistakable and are legitimately direct for me. And I remember this car ride in particular, I was like, I'm so fed up with everything going on in my life. And I said, I really need you guys to send me this message, and I need it by tomorrow. And the next day, I told them, I was like, I watch a lot of YouTube videos and I watch readers on YouTube videos, but these readers, they read for thousands of people, and how can I know that you guys are talking to me if there's nothing specific in it for me? And I was upset and I was mad, and I was in that vibration mentally. So the next day, I was driving on my way to school, and this video by this reader that I watched, I told him, I was like, there's 2 readers that I watch. But the next day I was on my way to school, and this reader uploaded the video not 2 minutes ago, 2 minutes after they uploaded. And I was like, okay, I'll just watch it. I was on my way to get my coffee. I had a little bit of time. I give myself enough time to watch these videos on my way to school. And this reading resonated so much with me in the beginning, but I was like, it's resonating with thousands of other people watching her videos. But she said my first 2 legal names in the video, not once, but twice. And from then on, my mental, my vibration, my energy, my depressive mental state flipped. It was like a sudden switch. And I'm sharing this with you, whoever needs to hear this, and I'm putting the intention out there that whoever needs to hear this is hearing this, is going to see this, and it's going to come in your algorithm. Because I felt like, I have shivers, I felt like my mindset, everything that I was going through disappeared, because I'm like, they're watching over me, they're with me. It was like a reassurance. I'm gonna cry. It was like a reassurance that whatever I was going through was happening for a reason. And right away, I thought back to that theory. I thought back to that, like, if you leave your house late, it's because you're avoiding a big accident or something. I thought about that, and I felt so reassured in my depressed mental state, and my vibration suddenly flipped. So if you're ever struggling to work on your manifestations because you're going through so much in your life, and I can probably relate, because I don't know, this is my emotional side talking, but if you're going through a lot in your life and you're struggling on just getting through that barrier, and like your emotional mental state needs to break through that barrier, ask for a clear sign. Whoever you believe is your creator, whoever you believe is watching over you, whether it's God, the universe, like, I don't know what Buddhist people believe in, Gaia, whoever you believe is watching over you, ask them for a sign. And ask them for a sign that's like unshakably, unmistakably meant for you. Even if it means mentioning your name. If your name's too common, like an Adam or an Ashley, ask for like a bunny on a rainy day, or ask for like, I don't know, something completely random that you're like, I asked for that specifically, and ask for them to send it to you within a certain time frame, because that's what I did. Anyways, I'm getting really emotional talking about this stuff, but that's how I found, when I look back at it, that I flipped that switch from being this like low vibe person to suddenly feeling an abundance of love and gratitude and happiness. Like, I remember I cried happy tears. I was like, oh my gosh. But ever since I was able to make that switch in my emotional vibrational state, because I felt like I was being watched over and like things are actually happening, like I got that small glimpse of hope, I was able to manifest a lot of the things because my frequency and vibration shifted, and that's what changed for me. So yeah, I really hope that this video finds the people that it needs to find, because